Okay, and welcome back to monoprinting. This is the second video in the video series. In the first video, remember, we covered basic supplies and kind of where to get them. In this video, we're going to cover just some of the printing itself. It is pretty simple, and the more you do it, the more you're going to get a feel for what works and what doesn't. And some things might work for you. All right. Now, as I covered before, I've got several different types of paints that I'm just going to use in the monoprinting process. This is chrome acryl. It's a little nicer. As you can tell, it's a sample value or a sample version. And then right here, I've got this just Craft Essentials. It's something that's pretty cheap. And I also have this great paper. Not the best paper, but I use it for monoprinting because I can build many layers with it. Okay, so I'm going to start with monoprinting by just putting down just a couple of dabs of color and just kind of rolling some of those out here and there. Remember my brayers? I'm just going to just kind of fill up this whole page area right here. Some of it is going to be larger. My printing surface is larger than my paper, but that's because a lot of times with these, I like to have the edges touched. And I really like the way that that is going to fill up the whole page, even bleed off the sides. I like that really good. I think that's the better way to go. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and continue laying down some paints. I use a lot of different ones. Here we go. I'm going to drop in a little bit of blue right here. With the students, I just tell them to just experiment just a little bit. Just try some stuff out. It's quite a bit right there, but we're going to go ahead and play with it. Just going to roll a little bit out, and I'm not too worried about the brayer because a lot of these inks will, this paint, I'm using it as inks, but this stuff will wash out pretty easily with just warm water. And I think it's a little dark. It's a little dark right now, so we're going to go ahead and drop in just one or two quick little drops of this lighter color. And I have a second brayer over here just for, you know, giggles, and I just kind of wanted to add some stuff. It's more of a non-objective kind of feel. I've got some ink right there. Now I'm going to do this is very careful. I lay this down. I don't want to rub it around. And look at my fingers. See all the little paint that's spilled out on me because I had to open up the other bottle? Teach the students, very important, about cleanliness because you can get smudges on other things. This stage, I just let them experiment and just let them play just a little bit. I try to cover everything down. Registration is important, but not so much at this phase. And I'm just going to peel this up, and it's going to lightly peel off some of the paint. Notice how a lot of areas are white. That's something good. We want that. We don't want to fill the whole paper up with paint. Okay? Now, real quick, if I want to wet this down just a little bit, I actually have a nice little water bottle right here with just a little bit of water. And I just mist it in just a slight little bit. And then as I roll this stuff out, it will actually get some of that paint to come back up. And it does a really nice job of it. It also helps a little bit when we get ready for cleanup. So now I'm just kind of smearing this all the way around. My brayer is a little junky and old, so it's not rolling out really perfect. It's really great the way I want it, but that's okay. I'm just going to keep going. And now I'm going to go in with the second part. Remember the little cards we made? We just cut those down. Now I can actually go in and start peeling some of the paint off. Now scraping some of it off. This is where the newsprint comes in handy. Full foam books like this, you can actually tear sections out and give them to the students, and then you just kind of throw out what you're not using. I just kind of like some of these cards, and I just wipe it off over here just to kind of create kind of some interesting effects to pull some of that ink out. Here we go. And also it's kind of nice to layer some of the newsprint on the table just a little bit. Let's just add one or two little dots of this yellow. Real careful. 1 dot, 2 dot, 3 dot. Whoops. Alright, now one of my other techniques that I can use with my tools is paintbrushes. And I love these little things. I'm just going to blot that out. Now, I have to be a little careful in temperatures. Be careful with temperatures outside because some of this stuff can start drying pretty quickly. Right now I'm going to lay this one down because I just want to see what she's going to do. And I'm just going to rub the back real gentle. You can get bearings and things like that which will help you bear down onto the paper, which will help to really pick it up. But for right now, again, we're just experimenting, and let's let some of the kids get some of the get the feel for what's going on and what's going to work and what's not. Again, we don't want to cover the whole page with tons of ink or paint because you're going to lose what you're trying to see. And I just put these on the drying rack. Again, when I do this with my students, I let them, they always want to clean everything off again, which, is wonderful because trying to get them to clean is difficult. But when they want to do it, and then I don't want them to do it, it kind of makes them crazy. It's kind of fun. So I just kind of keep this getting wetting it down. I got a lot of blue going on here, which is kind of interesting, but I think the sea of blue is a little intense. So I'm going to go back and probably drop down. Maybe, not instead of red, let's try just a little bit of green. Let's just kind of pop this up just a little bit. There's a whole lot of ink right there. I don't know what I was thinking. But that's okay, because now I'm going to flush this thing around. I'm just going to kind of peel some of this out, smearing it out. That's the great thing about the mono prints. Don't be afraid to just kind of really push and experiment. And some kids will see things that other kids will do and they'll be like, oh, I want to do that. Let them talk. That's what I like. I like the communication, and as they're talking and experimenting and trying things out, this is not pushing out as far as I'd want it to, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and drop it in and just kind of smear this out just a little bit more. And sometimes you'll get effects that you're really going to like, and sometimes it's just not really what you want. But I can always go in and use some of these tools. If the paint gets too thick, yeah, go back in and reuse that paintbrush. Now I'm just trying to get kind of this image to paint out. And one more sheet of paper. This stuff comes in pretty large size paper sheets, and I just cut it down. That's why I always try to buy stuff in bulk and in large sizes, because you can always cut that stuff down. It's going to burn up some of your time, but it's kind of a good Saturday weekend filler if you need to run up to the classroom and do something. Peel that off. Got large areas of white. I know some of you are thinking, why is he not filling everything up? But I'm going to want to go back in probably with another layers. More and more layers make it a lot more interesting. Okay, at this point I've got 3 pretty quick prints. I kind of like them. They're drying. Some of my tools here I'm going to want to clean up, and some of this area I'm going to want to clean up. That's going to be in our next video, is actual cleanup, because some of the techniques that I use have worked better for me, and they've worked well in a class, especially when I've had classes of as large as 38 and 40. But thank you for watching this video, and the next video in the part will be cleanup, but right now, let's get creating.